The crew calling all units, driving all cars, part number 93. The KTM 1190 RC8 Racing. That's what we are looking for. Finally got a comparable racing bike from KTM. We had the 1290 already, but well, that was more comparable to something like a Diavel or something. Now we actually have 4 racing bikes. I might do a comparison test later on. The Kawasaki Ninja, the Ducati Panigale, BMW S1000RR, and this KTM 1190 RC8R. This thing is available in performance and in circuit spec. So I put those things at $12.99 as I always do. Performance spec. Let's see what it can do in an acceleration test. What are we looking for here is something fast, I presume. That means times around 22. Do we have a 22 yet? I think we were having a good one. Not sure which one it was, but seems to have a long sticky gear in first, that is, and that might be a problem for the eventual time. Anything under 23 seconds is pretty fast here in performance. A 23.7 is not really the case. Why do they always have a slower acceleration, these performance bikes? I have no idea. Nope, nope, nope. That's only average, even above average in performance specs, and as you know, there are a lot of performance specs. Let's see what the circuit spec of this thing can do. Same story, seems to have a sticky first gear, which means you already lose 1-2 seconds before it goes to second, compared to other bikes who instantly shift the gears. Long, slow 6th gear apparently as well. That can't be a good thing. That all can't be a good thing. It definitely isn't a good thing. 3 and 23.3. Almost said 3 and 20, which is sort of a combination of Dutch and English. 23.390. That is a few tenths slower than the faster than the performance spec, but nevertheless, it's a damn slow time. Fastest thing here can do 21.8, 21.9, something like that for the Ferrari 458. And what was it again? The Kawasaki GPZ 900 we tested here earlier did a 22.0, and that's more of a, well, it's not even a racing bike, that's more of a cruising bike. So no, 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 no. Can immediately fill that in. Acceleration, forget about it. That's a minus. I'm going to take out the performance spec again, of course. Pop, pop, pom. Oh my god, seriously. They need to figure out, or at least that we can filter on the specs or something, because these are only the bikes. If you do this with performance specs, they're about 90. Like in a PvP race where you have like 8-10 seconds or whatever it is that you can choose. There's no way you're going to find your best cars in time. Performance spec, downhill top speed tests, that's sort of what we are doing here. We are looking for 410 something in that area. acceleration seems to be a bit better here on the downhill on the road. Of course the Bonneville is not really, the salt flats are not really road, they are also not really off-road, because off-road you are limited to 110 miles an hour, 170 kilometers an hour. It's not the case on the Bonneville, you can go faster there. So, but nevertheless I've tested all the cars and bikes at the same spot, dus don't worry about it. It's definitely not fast. Acceleration wise, top speed wise, that has to be seen, but if I can get through traffic here without crashing. Four two, 4.3, that's what I'm getting. Definitely not on the limiter, but something comparable. Yeah, we've done the test a couple of days ago with the Panigale and we were reaching 412 kilometers an hour there. And that was also not on the limiter. Meanwhile, I have tested it yesterday in the speed trap, the Panigale, and it limits at 439 kilometers an hour in circuit spec. So that was not good enough. And eventually we ended up with the Hurricane. See, that is the new top speed king apparently. This thing, yeah, I don't know. For some reason the performance bikes are always worse than the circuit bikes, if you compare them to the competition, that is.
Be advised, we've received word of a vehicular menace in the area. Be on the lookout. Sure, done, understood.
Seems to have good brakes though. That might be a KTM thing in this game, because also the 1290 has damn good brakes. Little slide, even controllable. The understeer corner seems to have a little understeer though. I'm steering as sharp as I can and it just slowly goes through the corners. But it reacts pretty quickly to your whatever input you're giving it. But coming out of corners, you're going to get away faster with Panigale, Kawasaki Ninja, and BMW as well, of course. I think that's the best accelerating bike. Handling is okay, but it has some understeer in performance. But then again, they repatched the bike, so I definitely need to do a comparison test one of the next days or weeks. Because also the BMW and the Kawasaki and such are they became better because they repatched them a little bit. So yep, handling is more than okay. I have my doubts about the top speed compared to the others, especially to the newest of the Kawasaki bikes. Nevertheless, not that bad though. But this will not, out of the 4 racing bikes, let's call it that, this is probably not going to be the best one. Where is it again? Did I already pass it? Jeez, looking for a C. 1190 Track. No, it's called Track. It's definitely a track bike, because it doesn't even have a license plate. So you're not allowed to go on the road with it, probably. but we're gonna do it anyway. That's how we do it. Now I am not so sure about this bike. By that I mean, is it comparable to the performance? Definitely not. The only thing which is comparable is that the acceleration is not that great. With a, what was it? Whoa! Was looking at my paper and leaning forward on a jump. That's not a good thing. 23.3 we did on the mile with this thing, and that is not 100% sure, but I think that's one of the fastest. I think all the other bikes did a 22 in circuit spec. With the 22.0 for the BMW and for the one we tested earlier, the Kawasaki 900. .433 kilometers an hour. Okay. Those are numbers comparable to the Ninja, and that is considered the faster bike, which is actually the case, with 460 kilometers an hour. It's no longer the fastest circuit spec because the Hurricane can beat it. Also this one, just like the Ducati Hypermotor from the previous video, has to be tested with slipstream to be 100% sure. Because, well, most of the bikes on that section there can do 430, 431, 433, just like this one. But maybe it might win it on handling, so we'll have a look on our track here. The Kawasaki Ninja kinda loses it on handling. That is the new version, the 1984 Ninja, the GPZ 900. That is one of the best handling bikes in this game. It will be a close battle with the Kawasaki Z1000. Jesus, all these numbers and more bikes. I have a feeling they're going to do something with that in the 2017 Summit of events or something. Bike races wouldn't surprise me. There are so many bikes in this game now. Or it's just a business strategy to sell more Wild Run editions. That's also possible. Oh, that's the second time I lose this bike, which just taking a corner while leaning forward. And meanwhile I won something. Silver medal, but that doesn't matter because what I have to do with it is sent to headquarters though. I want to keep this bike at $12.99 at the moment. Bronze, silver, gold, platinum medal, it all doesn't matter anymore because every single medal is smart loot now. They also have changed that with calling all units release. And meanwhile we are going somehow smoothly over the track. I'm only not sure about these things. Does that have to do with the repatch of the bikes, or is it something particular for this bike? But already had it the third time. I wasn't leaning forward, I was just taking that corner, probably with a bit too much speed, but nevertheless. .381 here. Brakes seem okay. Response is good, the handling is pretty decent for this one. Not so convinced about the performance spec though. Seems to be a returning thing lately that for most of these bikes the best use is the circuit spec, and that's also for this one. There's no doubt about it. The performance is not that good compared to the competition. This circuit spec has a bit slow acceleration compared to the competition, but handling is okay, and so seems to be the top speed. Might not be the fastest, but it will be pretty close, and they are all pretty close. Kawasaki Ninja will probably still be the fastest bike, with 460 kilometers an hour in slipstream in circuit spec. But this thing, it might be up there somewhere in the region of 450 plus. Is it a good bike? Definitely in circuit spec you can have some fun with it. Not so sure about the performance spec though. We'll see you guys in the next one, and bye for now.